Hi guys, Rachel from Trino Nights, and today I'm going to be showing you not one, not two, but 3 different styles of polymer clay macarons. I hope you guys enjoy it, so let's go clay. Okay, so I am Joyce. I'm just gonna gather up my supplies. The first macaron is going to be kind of like a purple and gold lavender marble. Marble type of macaron. So I mixed some purple with some translucent clay, and then now I'm twirling the gold inside. I don't want to mix it completely together. I want to have like a nice kind of swirly effect to it, and that way each side will look really unique. And then I just roll it through, and then I'm going to use some saran wrap so the edges come out smooth already. We need 2 because there are 2 sides to macarons. And then a long snake of clay, kind of thin, to go all the way around. And then using a ball tool, I'm gonna just kind of do like little swirlies with the end of the ball tool, not, pressing in too hard, but enough to add a little bit of texture so we can make the little feet of the macarons. Okay, now I'm going to use a little chisel tip tool to kind of push in the bottom. You can see the difference is really slight, but I feel in the end it really makes a difference to a nice finished piece. Okay, so that is the first one, and now I have them both done. I will put those aside for macaron number 2, which will be a galaxy themed. So again, I'm mixing a little bit of translucent with some black just to kind of make it a little bit softer. Using the saran wrap again and cutting out the stars. I made these a little thicker because I think the purple ones came out a little bit too thin. And these are a little bit thicker. Again, rolling a long snake of clay, pressing it up against the star until we make it all the way around. And then the same steps as with the purple macaron, little small circles all the way around, and then tucking in the bottom with the chisel tool. Okay, and now that those are both done, I'm going to take some mica powders and actually an old eyeshadow brush that I don't use for eyeshadow. And I'm just going to place, kind of pat that on using different colors. I don't want to saturate the whole thing. I want a lot of black still coming through, but I just want a little bit of touch of color for that galaxy type of look. And now I have these done, so I'm just going to put those aside for macaron number 3. Okay, macaron number 3 is going to be a heart shape. So I am just using this kind of like pinkish reddish color, and I am rolling it out with more translucent, of course, and then cutting out little heart shapes. But I'm not wild about this heart shape, so I am going to kind of press it and make it a little bit more soft and kind of, I guess you could say, cartoony. Just pressing it around until I get it to the size that I like. As you can see, it is a little bit different. And I want to shape both of them out to be the same. You can always just kind of press them together to make sure that they line up. And again, a snake of clay, doing the little round things with the ball tool. I'm gonna put all my macarons onto my tile, and I'm going to bake them. Okay, now that they're all baked, it's time to pop them off the tile, and now we're going to work on the fillings. Everything lines up, so that's great. Okay, so we're gonna start with the star, and I'm using this, it's a really translucent, glittery type of clay, and it has a really nice like effect, like it kind of looks like stars. So I'm starting by putting just a whole like disc in the center to just fill in the middle. You can just use scrap clay for that part, it's not that necessary. And then I'm gonna take 2 very long snakes of clay and kind of twirl them together, making sure that they don't actually press in. I want all of that to be defined. And then I'm just going to press it all along, all the little points of the stars. And I'm going to put a bail inside it and then secure it with the other side of the cookie. Pressing everything together. Now moving on to the next filling. We're going to do kind of a purpley type of look. And I'm just pressing out some, and this is a small one, so we don't have to put like the center into it. So we're just getting the heart shape and pressing it in, making sure that it is fully secure. And I'm taking a silicone tool and kind of just pulling up around the edges to make it look like it has a little bit of texture, but I don't want it too crazy defined. I want to keep it pretty simple. And I'm securing a jump ring so that way it can be turned into a charm if needed to later. And some more translucent liquid Sculpey or Bacon Bond, pressing it together, redefining some of those little edges. And moving on to the next macaron. For this one, I'm using some kind of teal glittery color with some translucent. And again, I'm just kind of using some leftover clay to do the center part, so that way everything kind of can stick onto something and I don't have to waste what I just mixed because I don't have a lot of it. And for that, I'm going to roll out into a really long strip of clay flat with my pasta machine. And then I'm going to very gently twist so it has this spiral effect, and then I'm going to place it around, and then I'm going to place the other cookie on top. Oh, after I put a jump ring in first, my bad. Okay, now they're time to bake. All right, now they are out of the oven. It's time to add the last little bits of details. For the star, we're going to be using a small ball tool and a needle tool and some white paint to paint on the stars. Just a bunch of varying dots. You can cover up as much or as little as you like. I am absolutely no expert when it comes to galaxy painting or anything. I'm just kind of doing what it looks like, and I think it looks cool, but I'm definitely no expert. Okay, and I'm gonna let that side dry, and then I'll paint the other side later. And then for the face, for the little heart, I'm just going to use some black paint, and I'm gonna do some ovals. The second eye is always the most difficult because I can never get it even. That is so bad. Okay, so that stinks. So I'm just gonna wipe off the second eye because it wasn't coming out right anyway. I'm gonna redo it and hopefully get it right faster than I did the last time. And I'm gonna use some light pink for some little bits of cheeks, and then some white for some little gleams in the eyes. Okay, now all the paint has dried. I'm going to glaze. I'm using several different glazes. This glaze is a satin glaze, and I am going to cover the little kawaii heart macaron and the marble type of macaron. It just can help protect the paint, and it gives a nice finish without it being too glossy. And for the galaxy macaron, I'm going to be using this, oh goodness, dragonfly glaze that has some mica powders mixed in, and it's super pretty. And for all the fillings, I am going to be using a glossy glaze because I want it to look kind of wet. And here they are, guys, the finished macarons. We have the marbly macaron. It did come out a little too thin, but I like it. And then the galaxy macaron, I think the dragonfly glaze was just a really cool finish. And then the kawaii heart macaron, I think it came out super cute, and I'm happy with it. There they are, guys. I hope you enjoyed. That's it for today's video. I hope y'all learned something. If you do make any clay macarons using the techniques that I used in this video, be sure to tag me in my social medias. I would love to see them. And with that said, I don't have anything left for today, so I will see y'all in the next one.